Put that down. You're going to talk to me.
I'm not going to put my camera down.
You can put your camera down. It'll still record.
I'm not putting my camera down. What is the issue?
The issue.
Let's start with that. My name is Jason. How are you?
I'm fine, Jason.
And who you are?
I'm Officer Shep.
Nice to meet you, Officer Shep. Why don't we have a cordial conversation, de-escalate a little bit here?
Well,
you got a one-sided story. You haven't spoken to me yet.
No, I have a patron who cannot leave the store because she doesn't want to be on your camera, and you're refusing to put the camera down so that we can have a cordial conversation.
I don't need to put you're not going to put your camera down. Anyway,
I don't get to.
Let's have, neither
nice
do
try.
I. Neither do I. Nice try. So let's have the cordial conversation. I'm out on a public sidewalk taking some video, and this woman wants me to stop videoing the public sidewalk so her client can leave.
She doesn't want you to video her store. That's private property, not a public sidewalk.
Do you really believe that?
That her store is hers? Yes, I do.
That I can't film it from the sidewalk?
I didn't say that. I said she doesn't want
Let's cut through the chase.
Let's cut through
the chase. I know the law better than you do. And I'm not putting my camera away. So what are you going to do about it?
Why are you here?
I'm filming the sidewalk.
What? The sidewalk is this way.
I'm filming people walking. I can film anything my eyes can see. You know the deal. You know the story, so don't go there.
Well, you already insulted me and said I don't. But
no, I didn't say you don't. I said I know the law better than you.
You're filming the store.
Because I'm filming people. I'm going from one business. Not that I owe you an explanation, but I'm going to give you. No, I don't.
You do,
now I'm not going to give you one.
In front of a private business.
Doesn't matter.
Blocking the entry and
exit.
No,
I was standing right over here. Nobody's blocking any entrances. Don't try that
Now
nonsense.
that you've moved?
I walked up there to talk to you. Let's not start playing games. Everything I do is on cameras.
Okay.
Nice try.
So you're not going to tell me why you're here.
I told you why I'm here.
No, you said you're filming the sidewalk.
I'm making a video.
That's not the sidewalk.
I can film anything I want. I can film. I'm filming you. I can film inside the store. I can't go into her store unless she invites me in.
You know,
okay. I'm just asking you why you're filming her store. It's making
because that's what I feel like doing.
So you're just instigating.
No, not at all. I've been out here for hours, going store to store, 5-10 minutes in front of each store.
So you've been here for hours filming 5 to 10 minutes at each store.
That's correct.
So you have quite a bit of footage of the stores. But because somebody asked you to leave, now you have to what? Harass her?
I wasn't harassing her. I stayed here because she called you. I would have been gone already.
Feel free to go.
Am I free to go?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm free to stay.
No.
Sure I am.
Okay. 306. Start either 363 or 364.
And a matter of fact, I'll take a supervisor. I'd like to speak to your sergeant.
Oh, I bet you would.
Yeah, I would.
This way.
Good.
Here's everything that I have been said.
What's your name?
For DC.
You are going to give it to me.
For what?
Because we're investigating a crime.
A crime? Me standing on the sidewalk? I haven't said a word the whole time.
That's what you say.
Okay. Well,
Jason, what's your last name?
You said your supervisor's on the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to wait and speak with him.
No.
Yeah.
You seem real confused about
I'm really not
the fact
confused.
that we were called here for a reason.
You were called here for somebody taking video on a public sidewalk.
Of a private business
Doesn't
and
matter.
preventing someone who doesn't want
I'm
to
not
be on
stopping
camera
anybody from leaving.
to leave.
Do you think that's legal? What statute would I be violating if
You're
that's the case?
causing a disturbance at this
No,
business.
I'm really not. She caused her own disturbance.
The patron caused her own
No,
disturbance
the
by
owner of the
shopping in
shop.
store.
The owner of the shop.
The patron.
Decided, no, the owner of the shop.
The patron is inside this store who doesn't feel comfortable to leave because you're in a pissing match with this owner.
I'm not in a pissing match. I stayed here waiting for you because she told me she called you. What do you want me to do? Run away and leave so you can go look for me? I'm not running anywhere.
Well,
I stayed here, waited for you.
To be combative and not provide any information.
You came out with an attitude, and I told you what I'm doing. And I asked you if you wanted to de-escalate, calm down, and have a cordial conversation. You don't want to do that. You want to bark unlawful orders at me and tell me to do things I don't have to do.
Right. Got it.
And you just told me I was free to go. So
Yeah,
you're not
leave.
investigating a crime. I don't have to leave.
You're refusing
I'm on
to
a
leave.
public sidewalk. You can't
Ma'am?
trespass me from a public sidewalk
I didn't
unless
say
I've
you're
broken the law.
trespassed.
Good. Well, why would I have to leave then?
You asked if you could leave.
Right.
I said, yeah.
Right. For the purpose of telling you, then that means I can stay.
Okay.
Exactly right.
That's not, but...
It is. And listen, I'm not trying to
What's
give
your
you a hard
bar
time.
number?
I'm not trying to give you a hard time, okay?
Are you kidding me
But
right
I'm
now?
not staying. I'm not going to stand here.
Are you kidding
I'm not
me?
going to stand here and get my rights violated by somebody who
Are you
doesn't know the
kidding
law.
me?
Are you kidding me?
No. You've
Okay.
insulted us from the moment we got
Nobody's
here.
insulting you.
You're more knowledgeable about everything.
Not about
refusing
everything.
to
No.
identify yourself.
Not about everything.
You're filming a sidewalk.
When it comes
except
to
for
when it
not
comes to the
sidewalk
law, as far as
and
me,
this.
when it comes to the law, as far as me standing on a public sidewalk taking video, I've been doing it for 35 years. I know the law. I also know you're supposed to have your emergency flashes on when you park in the middle of the street.
Oh, me too.
I know a lot of things.
I bet.
So maybe you want to turn them on before your
I'm
sarge
just
gets here.
confirming I need a 3L63 or 4L64 to come to this call.
And it's really not a big deal. You're going to learn something today.
Copy. Thank you.
You can't chase people off a public sidewalk for no reason. It's not the way it works.
Okay. So are you refusing to provide your name?
Do I have a lawful reason to give you my name?
I told you.
Do you
why.
suspect me of a crime?
Yeah.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Well, I'm talking to you, and my partner's talking to them.
So what crime do you suspect me
Disorderly
of?
conduct.
Okay, well, we'll wait and see if your sergeant agrees with that when they
Okay,
get
so
here.
you're refusing to provide your name.
No, I told you I want to speak to your sergeant.
He's on the way.
Okay, so when your sergeant gets here, if your sergeant tells me I lawfully have to give him my name, I will. Him or her, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're refusing to say anything.
Same thing he said.
Great.
I know
And
I know the law. I know my
I
rights.
got it.
All
I
right.
don't need to hear any more about how you know the law.
You don't need to hear about anything. I think you need to be educated on the law, and I think your sergeant's going to do that for you when they get here.
Okay. That sounds good, Jason.
How do you know my name?
You introduced yourself.
There you go. So I gave you my name.
No, you didn't.
You just said I introduced myself.
As Jason.
That's my name.
That's your legal
That's
name.
the name they gave
no
me. Yes,
last
it is.
name, no middle name.
No,
I
not yet.
find that hard to believe. What company do you work for?
I'm not going to answer any questions until your sergeant gets here.
Okay.
And then maybe I still won't, but I probably will. depending
Drive
on their
6 stars
attitude.
third.
And you really should try to be a little more professional. You're throwing around false accusations. You said I was blocking the door. I'm preventing somebody from leaving. None of that happened.
If you would have let me finish, the patron does not feel comfortable leaving because you won't stop filming the store. There has never been any problem with you filming the sidewalk, with the exception
There's no
of
problem with me filming the store.
you're not filming the sidewalk. So why are
You wanna look
trying
at-
to
you wanna
make
look
her
at my camera?
uncomfortable?
I can film whatever I want from a
That
sidewalk.
wasn't what I said. I told you why we're here. You don't like it.
No.
That's the difference.
No, it's not.
She doesn't
Yeah.
want to leave.
So
and
what's
deal
your
with
story?
this.
You said a few minutes ago that I'm doing all this to create a scene.
You are.
So, but now you're saying I don't like it that you're here. So which one is it? If I was trying to create a scene, I'd be happy you're here.
You have created a scene.
No, I really have not. I'm out here minding my own business, taking video on a beautiful day, not bothering a soul. And this woman
Except
wants
for
me
you
to
are bothering a soul.
Yeah.
That is my point.
not lawfully.
Okay.
No.
All right.
How we doing, guys?
I know it's hard.
Well, you tell me.
So, well, my name's Jason, by the way.
Jason, how
Pleasure
you
to
doing?
meet you.
Sergeant
My son,
Roach.
Ben.
How you doing, man?
So we're on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever seen our videos before. No,
Nope.
we are. So we make travel videos for YouTube.
Okay.
We've been here since early in the afternoon, walking around the whole town.
Okay.
Basically, what we do is we go in front of each business, 5-10 minutes, get some people walking in and out. Usually wind up having some funny, entertaining conversations with people.
Okay.
Business owners, customers, whatever. So we're coming down this way. We just had a couple nice interactions with people down here. Stopped here, started filming, and this lady came out, told me to stop filming. The guy
Okay.
that works for her said stop filming because she has a customer that wants to leave the store. I said, your customer to leave this. And I'm standing all the way out here. I was nowhere near her door.
Okay.
So then she insisted that I stop filming. I said, I'm not going to stop filming. I'm out here, but for you coming out here, I wasn't even filming you. I'm just
Okay.
filming sidewalk, goings on of the day, things happening. Front of the store was in the shot. And she said she was going to call the police. So she called you guys up. I said, I'll stay here and wait.
Okay. So would you say that whatever you were doing was causing a disturbance for her business?
No, I think her
No.
coming out, yelling at me, sticking her hand in my lens,
Okay.
doing all that, might have. I don't,
Do
you
you,
know.
do you think that this makes everyone comfortable? This makes everyone comfortable. How long have you been here?
Since we first got here, probably a half an hour because I stayed
No,
here
I
waiting
mean in
for
front
you.
of this particular
I
store.
was here for probably less than a minute when she first came out.
How long have you been here?
20 minutes. Did you get this call? It is 18:02, and this call came out 17:34.
Right. So you've been here for half an hour.
Because I waited for the police. She said she was calling the police. I'm not going to run away if she said she's calling the
Right,
police.
but what is the point?
I told you I'm making a travel video about the shopping
Right,
district.
but my point is if you got all these stores to go to, right? And you've had no issues with any interactions with any of the other stores, correct?
I have had the first negative interaction of the day.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That being said,
Yeah.
why stay and continue to be an issue?
Well, first
Okay.
of all,
So if you're walking around and you got all these stores to go to,
yes.
and the one that causes issues for you and you're causing issues
Oh,
for
like
them,
I said, if she didn't say she was calling the police, I would have been gone already.
Well, I mean, they have a shotgun mic that they have on their stuff right now listening to us, so this isn't part of the conversation. So if they're filming into
He thinks I'm recording his private conversation out on the sidewalk.
it's whatever.
I guess the biggest thing is a shotgun mic. The big thing is-
What's your YouTube?
Well, when this all wraps up and you guys have made your decision and let me know what your plans are, I'd be happy to give it to you. I'm not trying to hide who I am.
Clearly you are.
No, I'm really not.
Okay. Well,
I'm really not.
when I ask a question and you don't answer it, that indicates you're hiding it.
Well, I just told you I wanted to speak to you, Sergeant.
Yeah, I know. I gathered that.
All right,
So what do
so
we got, Sarge?
we don't have anything. I'm not sure what you're expecting.
Well, I don't know. Somebody calls the police and the police are here doing an
Well,
investigation. I think a
they're
logical question is
they're
what we got.
uncomfortable with what you guys are doing. So basically, everything starts off what the client was talking about, and the client didn't feel comfortable being filmed.
Okay.
So that's why she called the police.
Okay.
You guys aren't doing anything
I
illegal.
was gonna say, isn't that a little foolish?
No.
I think you have better things to do than have somebody call you because they
I mean, we
don't
handle lots.
feel like walking out of a store.
Well, I mean, you make people feel uncomfortable, like
No,
we
people make
talked
themselves
about.
feel
Well,
uncomfortable.
I'm not here to argue with you.
So if somebody's
I'm not here to argue
if
with you.
somebody's very happy to
I'm
be
not
on my
here to
account,
argue
I'm
with
asking
you.
a question.
I'm not going to answer it
All
because
right,
I'm
well,
going to
then
tell
have
you.
a good
Listen,
day. Have a good day.
we talked about
Have a
the
good
fact
day.
that some people
I'm
like
not
to be
interested in having
filmed
a conversation
and
either. Have a
some
good day.
don't.
Well,
All
so
I'm
you
gonna
guys are
tell
all
you-
done? I'm free to leave?
So what's
All I'm
your
telling
block?
you is this:
I'm free to leave?
if you cause disturbances,
Have a good day. I don't want to hear it.
You're looking
I don't want to hear your directives. Have a nice day. Yeah, you too. And instead of exacerbating fear, maybe you should tell her the real deal.
I already talked to her.
You already talked to her. You make her feel better?
I don't know.
Is her feelings feel better now?
I don't know. Do you feel better?
I've been feeling great since the start, man. I was hoping a little more from you. I was expecting a little more from you, and I was hoping you were going to show up and do the right thing. So I'm free to go?
Yeah.
That's it? All right.
This is what happens when ignorance meets authority. A calm, respectful man is standing on a public sidewalk, filming the outside of a clothing store as part of his journalism work. He doesn't step foot inside. He doesn't disrupt anyone. He even clearly explains that he's working on a story. But instead of letting him do his thing, store employees start pouring out like it's a crime scene. They tell him he can't film the store. They claim it's a security issue. One woman even insists they own the sidewalk. Seriously, they surround him, argue with him, and try to shame him just for holding the camera. Then the police show up, and it gets worse. Instead of educating the store employees, the officers treat the cameraman like he's the problem. Like the issue isn't the false claims and baseless paranoia, but a man with a camera on public property. This is why we record. Because too many people, whether they're in retail or in uniform, still don't understand or respect the First Amendment. This man stayed calm, he stood his ground, he knew his rights, and he showed more professionalism than everyone else combined. Let's keep going.
Am I under arrest? You're on camera, by the way.
That's great. You're on
Am I under arrest?
No. I just got
Name
called
and badge
to-
number,
oh,
please.
Where's that Adam?
Name and badge number, please.
I put more, but
Name and badge number, please.
you'll get that in a second.
I have a right to your name and badge number. It's
Will,
department
I
policy.
my investigation.
I will answer my.
I just
I will
got
answer
pulled
your
down.
question.
We're on our way to Walmart. Okay, we're on our way to Walmart because of a disturbance.
Yes.
Okay, so then someone
I'm
just
aware.
said, "Hey, these people might be involved." So I don't know what's going on. I wanted to make sure you're safe.
I'm
Okay?
safe.
Okay,
Name and badge number, please.
I'll give that to you.
Name
I
and
live
badge
at
number,
90 West
please.
Hollywood. Or Hollywood.
Name and badge number, please, ma'am.
You'll get that in a moment.
I have a right to it. It's
Okay.
department policy to
Yeah,
identify.
and I'm not done with my investigation, sir.
It doesn't mean you don't have to identify.
Yeah, how about you identify you? I'm Officer Rios, 198.
I have a First Amendment right to be filming. I have a Fourth Amendment right to be secure in my papers and
Okay.
not to identify
so
to
you don't
you.
want to give me your information then?
Not unless you suspect me of committing a crime, in which case I would like to know what is your.
I've given you. I'm 198
what is your-
Officer Rios. videos.
Thank you.
I explained that
Okay.
you got to call
What
to
is-
Walmart.
But what
of
gives
a-
you
of a
reasonable,
disturbance.
articulable suspicion of
Okay,
a...
can you please keep your hands out of your pocket,
Am I
sir?
detained, ma'am?
Keep your hands out
Am
of
I
your pocket,
detained?
sir.
Am I detained?
Yes, actually you are.
Okay, can I ask what crime you suspect me of
I'm not
committing?
going to get in this battle
Is a
with you, sir.
disturbance a
Do you need
suspicion?
any help? Do you need any help?
No, I
Have you
don't.
been injured? Okay.
No, I don't
Did
need your
just
help.
leave, Walmart.
I don't need to answer your questions. I'm asking you a simple question. Is a disturbance a felony or a misdemeanor?
Depends on what kind, sir.
Can you answer my question? Can you answer my question?
Yeah, actually it can be. There's varying states.
Okay, tell me what state would be a felony.
There's felony and there's misdemeanor.
Tell me what state would be felony.
We just got a call of a potential incident over there.
And was it felony or
someone-
misdemeanor? I'm just asking a simple question because you're being very aggressive. You showed up being very, yeah, you did. You told me to sit down. When you showed up, you told me to sit down.
Okay.
I don't have to sit down just because you told me
Don't
to.
have to sit down.
You showed up and just told me to sit down. That's what you said. Name and badge number, sir. Name and badge number, please.
My name is Officer Hernandez. My badge number is 294. Is there anything else I gotta be out with?
Thank you very much, sir.
Are you the individual that Walmart called about?
Is there, first of Walmart called
Yes.
you?
What did
First
you
of all,
flag me down for?
No, they flagged me down and said they were leaving Walmart and whatever altercation had occurred there. So when I asked them, I needed to make sure.
you told me to sit down first, lady.
You're right. It is officer, sir. Okay.
It's also lady.
And then I asked you to keep your hands out of your pocket. Okay.
Do I not have a right to put them in my pocket?
Actually, no. Not when we are coming from a call of a potential violent act, sir.
Of a potential violent act, that means because you pulled up to me, you have a right to tell me to I can't put my hands in my pocket, and I have to sit down on the ground.
So here's the thing: is we got a call to Walmart saying that there was a uncooperative reporting party that said that their hand was cut and was fighting with security.
Fighting with security?
Verbally fighting or whatever it may be. That's what I'm saying. So did you?
Well,
was that you?
based
you
on
cut your
based
hand?
on the way I was approached, I choose to invoke my Fourth Amendment right to our Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I'm a little agitated. She came up to me very aggressively, jumped out very aggressively, almost as if she wanted to come right at me and assault me. And then she tells me to sit down.
I'm sorry that
Well, I have it on camera, sir.
Do you have your ID on you, sir?
Do you have a reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime to expect me to identify and violate my...
It's Thornton. And can you please keep your hands out of your pocket, sir?
Okay, how about this? I will take everything out of my pocket so it makes you feel more comfortable,
Thank you.
and I'll put it in this other pocket here, so it's not in there. I understand that you have a risk of danger, but I also have rights, ma'am, and I do want to put my hand in my pocket at the moment.
Very well, sir.
I don't think that's an issue. All I'm asking is the reasonable articulable suspicion of a
I
crime.
already told you that.
What
We
crime?
I told you.
What crime?
We told you why we were on our way to the call.
I would have been much more cooperative if you weren't very aggressive with me when you pulled up.
Okay.
Did I not pull over?
Actually, when I pulled up, I was trying to give the address to the location, sir.
I didn't know any of that. All I know is I seen what appeared to be you honking, and I pulled over.
Actually, I never honked.
Well, I didn't know who honked. I just
No
pulled
one
over
honked,
because I
sir.
heard honking.
Yeah.
Yes, someone honked. I have it on.
I know what it was. It was the people who honked at me.
Well, regardless, when it started, I was very cooperative. I pulled over. Okay?
Yeah.
You came up very aggressive to me. That changes how I feel about the situation now. Now I want to invoke my rights because I feel like you're immediately not on my side. You're immediately not even willing to hear anything I'm saying. I'm just immediately a criminal in your eyes. You pulled up without identifying me at all, just like, this dude's guilty.
Sorry, you felt
I thought I was innocent until proven guilty. All of a sudden, I'm sitting down on the ground with an aggressive officer getting right in my face. I'm an officer. I don't have to identify you right now. It's not department policy to identify when asked. It's department policy to identify after the whole event is over, ma'am, when I'm not filming you with the camera. No, that's not the case.
Okay.
That is not department policy.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Very
If
good
you
at
have
what
more
I do in
information-
this.
If you have more information you'd like to share, I'm open to hear it.
Absolutely not respectful whatsoever of a person's constitutional rights. I have to identify because you don't have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. You have to at least tell me what the crime is. What is the crime?
I told you why you got the public service, sir.
But what is the crime that gives you the right to force me to identify? See, my Fourth Amendment right is to be secure in my papers.
I'm just going to go ahead and stand by. Okay? You're not injured. That's kind of what it came to be. So you don't need medical attention. Actually, you did say you didn't need medical attention.
I may or may not. I would need to see a doctor because I'm not qualified to make a decision like that, regardless of the circumstances. I'm not a doctor. All I know is I'm being aggressively spoken to, like right off the bat, without you knowing anything. You just came right at me.
I'm sorry you felt that way.
Sir? I'm wondering where this is. It's coming close to 7 minutes and 29 seconds, and 15 minutes is the maximum amount of time you can detain someone in even a traffic stop without reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime where it's beyond violating my constitutional rights, ma'am.
Did anything happen involving you when you were injured at Walmart at all?
I really don't want to answer questions to you at all now because you made me feel... I really don't want to answer questions to you at all now because you make me feel uncomfortable and you make me feel like a victim of the police department.
A victim, sir.
You make me feel like a victim of the police department at the moment.
Officer who's in command here is on his way.
Okay.
So we'll talk to him, okay?
Okay.
When this female officer asks why Joseph is being detained and she responds with, "I'm not going to get into that," it undermines the fundamental principles of justice and transparency that law enforcement is supposed to uphold. In the United States, officers must have reasonable suspicion of criminal activity to lawfully detain an individual. Reasonable suspicion is a legal standard that requires officers to have a factual basis for believing that an individual is involved in criminal activity. When individuals are aware of their rights, they can challenge unlawful detentions and other abuses of power. For instance, if someone knows that an officer must have reasonable suspicion to detain them, they can assertively ask for the reason behind the detention. If the officer cannot provide a valid reason, the individual can question the legality of the detention, thereby reducing the officer's perceived authority. Officers should keep in mind that their demeanor plays a crucial role in shaping the outcome of encounters, and an aggressive approach is not the way to go. Let's continue.
What's up, man?
I'm in Fairman. You can record here.
I don't know who you are, sir. Please don't talk to me.
Sir, I'm just asking.
Who are you?
I work here.
Do you work for Miami-Dade County?
I work for the company who's here right now with Snowway Contractor, man. So I need you to please stop recording.
No, that's not going to happen. All right, guys. This guy doesn't respect the First Amendment. These people take money from Miami-Dade County. It's open inside of a public park. So this guy doesn't respect the law. All right, guys, this is a COVID vaccination site here in Miami-Dade County. Like I said, you can register using this QR code right here.
You gotta go out. In here you can be. You can do it out there, but not in here. So you gotta go out.
All right, guys, you have to be outside of this fence because if not, you're in the perimeter. All right, guys, this COVID testing site is paid for by Miami-Dade County.
Sir, do me a favor. You cannot be recording here.
Get away from me, please.
No, you back off. You are in my property.
No, this is not your property.
Yes,
this
sir.
is Miami-Dade County property.
Okay, no problem. Let me call the cops and let you
Call
go.
whoever you want. This is Miami-Dade County property and it's paid for by the police. Please don't touch me, sir. Please stay back.
I'm touching you?
Stay away from me, sir.
I ain't.
Okay, that's fine. We're gonna
call whoever you want.
You don't have the right to record us.
Yes, I do.
No,
yes, I do. You don't know. You're open in public. You're outside.
No, we are open, but
Tú eres un bruto.
El bruto eres tú.
All right, guys, this is a COVID-19 site paid for by Miami-Dade County. Don't get in front of me, sir.
No, I'm just blocking. That's it.
Because you're an idiot.
And you're an.
All right, guys, this is paid for by the taxpayers.
Oh, man.
Exactly, a public park. A public park.
The public park is over there. There is rented by us over
I'm
here.
in the public park. You're
Yes,
an idiot.
That is being
Recording in public. First Amendment protected activity.
Yeah.
I don't need consent. You're in public. You're an idiot.
You're an.
I know I am. This is what I do. All right, we got this guy. I've dealt with you before.
How you doing today?
How's everything?
How's it going?
I'm recording the COVID vaccination site from the public park. This is public. I'm allowed to record.
Hold on a second. You're telling me something you're doing. You're not letting me figure out what the complaint is. What's the problem?
They called you.
Okay, hold on.
I'm filming from the public park,
Stay
and
right here.
they
Let's
said
find
I
out what
can't
the story
film.
is. Hold on, calm down.
We're with Ramos. What's up, Ramos?
Hold on. Hey, listen, stand here.
Yeah. All right.
Stand over here. Hold on. Oh, now listen to me. Stand here.
Perez, why is it always attitude?
Listen to me. Stand here is what I said.
I'm just getting the badge. What's your badge number, Perez?
We'll give it to you. Stand with him for a second when we talk to the complainant.
But don't
Stand
touch
right
me,
there.
please. Don't touch me, please.
I didn't say touch you.
You bumped into me.
My bad, Ramos. What's your badge number?
7658.
Thank you. Hey, what's up? What's your badge number, sir?
79853.
Thank you. I think I've dealt with you before. What's up, Gonzalez? Your badge number, please?
7134.
Thank you. What's up, Borgia? Your badge.
918.
Thank you, guys. So let me tell you, Ramos, I'm filming the this is a public park. I'm filming the COVID-19 site because the county's paying for it. I'm doing a news report. I'm telling the people how you register for the test. I stand on the public park on the other side of the wall, and they tell me I can't record, and I'm like, I can record. This is public. It's open to the public. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. It's the First Amendment. What can I do? I'm just reporting. Miami-Dade County's paying for this. It's in Kendall Indian Hammocks Park. You register using the QR code. What's the issue? So this guy comes getting in my face, and I'm telling him, back off, bro. This is First Amendment protected activity. What's the deal?
That's his private phone. That's fine. But we do not want him to have our phone on his camera.
So I don't know what the hell these guys called. I tried to explain it to them, but he's like this in front of my camera. I'm like, dude, back up. And then he keeps getting closer to me. And I'm like, yo, back up. I'm backing up. And he's like this. I'm like, yo, please don't block my camera. What's up? You know I'm allowed to record in public.
Okay. Listen, you know what you're doing because obviously you play a lot with this.
I don't play.
Listen to me. Listen
I don't have to listen to you.
Yes,
Just
you do. Listen, you have two options.
What's my option?
Listen to me, and I'm going to tell you so you understand. Do you see where the signs are?
I didn't cross that sign.
Okay,
I
they
didn't
said
cross.
you did.
I didn't cross.
You're arguing with him for nothing. You're arguing.
I have it on camera.
I'm telling you right now.
I have it on camera.
Are you going to listen or not?
I don't have to.
Okay,
sir.
you're free to go.
Thank you.
You're free to go. Give them your information, your name.
I don't have
yes,
to.
you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you
For
do.
what?
You're a subject of this complaint,
I don't know.
and you are going to. You have an option. You can.
What crime am I being suspected of?
Of trespassing when they told you to leave.
I'm
you're
not
a subject.
trespassing.
You have an option of either giving your name or not.
And if I don't?
And if you don't, you're going to be a subject to arrest.
Subject to arrest
Yes.
for what crime?
Again, for failing to comply with a lawful order. We are.
I didn't cross into that property. And you know my name. I've told you my name. You know my name.
You have it written down?
You know my name, sir. I've dealt with you several times.
He has an option. He either gives you his name and his date of birth, or he's going to go to jail.
For trespassing. There you have it. Sergeant Ramos, right?
For resisting.
For resisting what? What did I resist? I heard you. I heard you. Yeah, I heard you. I heard you. I got my ID on me. I have my ID. All right, guys. Look at all these officers surrounding me.
I'm giving you a lawful order for your ID.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you.
All right, so give it to me.
I haven't hidden myself, sir. I'm standing right here in
so
front
let
of
me
you.
have your ID.
Show me some respect, please.
I am. I'm asking you for your ID.
And I'm asking you to lose some weight because you're on duty.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do that after you give me your ID.
Your fat ass needs to lose some weight because you can't even pass a physical. I'm allowed to, sir, and you know I am. I'm always here.
Give him your ID.
You need to chill with the attitude, sir. I've dealt with you before.
I said, give him your ID so we can get this over with, okay?
And now I'm gonna need your ID, your badge number, because you haven't given it to me.
By the way, if you look back at your previous recording, you have it. If you need it again, I'll write it down for you.
Perez, 1099. Weren't you gonna retire?
Listen,
weren't you
can
gonna
you give him
retire?
your ID?
You know my name.
Give him your ID.
I gave it to him. Not because
Thank you very much.
under the threat of arrest, you asked.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
By
asshole.
the way, I'm glad you put it on video because that attitude is what's getting you in trouble.
I'm not in trouble. I'm not in trouble. I'm not in trouble. I haven't violated the law. Retire already. Your ass need to retire. Go get on your pension.
Hey, listen, by the way,
You
make sure you put it on
skeleton.
because
You
if
dinosaur.
use my badge number, I'm going to put it on there for you. I got you.
Get me my incident report, you scumbag.
Hey, thank you very much.
Get me my incident report. You're trash. Get out of here.
By the way, you're the one that needs a job because this would not be.
You're trash. You're trash. Get out of here. You're garbage. All right, this guy's a good cop. I've dealt with him before. Ramos seems to be professional. Gonzalez, you need to lose some weight and change that attitude. And Borgia's cool. Y ustedes tienen que saber que yo tengo el derecho constitucional para grabar en público.
He's a subject to arrest.
Repeat that for the camera, please.
If you go into the COVID side with a camera where they told you can, you're subject to arrest.
All right, now I'm gonna go down the other side of the wall. I'm gonna go on the other side of the wall. All right, yo, I need you guys to stay here with me, please. Yo, excuse me, can you guys stay here with me while I do my recording to make sure I don't violate the law? Please, one of you guys stay with me.
I mean, for what?
I'm gonna get some more footage. I just need you to make sure that I don't cross the line, please.
That's up to you to cross the line.
No. Come with me so you can make sure that I
stand by here all day with you, man.
It's 2 minutes. I'm gonna just get recording. I just need you guys next to me. So get me my case number.
You're good to go.
Get me my case number. I'm not leaving without my case number, asshole. Get my you fat. Lose some weight.
What's your phone number?
No, I'm not gonna give you that. That's not required by law. Now tell me what crime I'm being suspected of, because I gave you my ID. So you violated my 4th Amendment right. What crime am I being suspected of?
You were already advised of that.
What is it gonna say on your incident report, pal? You see what I mean? You don't know what you're doing.
No, question that was already answered.
What? I'm asking you, sir. You're writing the incident report.
Yeah,
what crime am I being suspected of?
You were already advised of that.
Yeah, you don't know the answer. I guess Borgia isn't that smart after all.
Hey, Borgia, what's your badge?
Yo, can you stay with me, Ramos, please, while I do some filming?
You to do what you're gonna do. If you go back onto their property, it's gonna be trespass.
All right, come with me and show me the property. Yo, because I'm allowed to film on the other side of that fence. True or false? Ramos,
Yeah, there's a park. We want them out of here, please.
You're gonna trespass me from Miami-Dade County Public Parks?
Yeah.
What's your name and your position, sir?
I don't have to give you.
All right, we have Jeffrey Holloway with Parks and Recreational Spaces. All right, go talk to that officer to get the trespass. Go get the trespass from that officer. Go tell him you want to do a trespass.
Okay. Just speak with them. Okay. So now you're officially.
I'm being officially trespassed. Yes, perfect. I'm showing how crooked Mafia-Dade Police Department is. Mafia-Dade Parks and Rec. These crooked scumbags from Nomi Health that don't know the law, that take money from Miami-Dade County public. All right, guys, go get. This is my job, lady. All right, go get me my trespass and go get me my incident report. You crooked mafiosos think you run. You don't run anything. Go get me my trespass and go get me my incident report. I'll go with you if you want.
Oh, you can stay right here.
Yeah, no problem. You like giving orders, don't you, Ramos? Gives you a hard on?
No.
So what happens if I walk that way?
Am
I being officially detained?
Well, actually, you're being trespassed from the park.
Okay, am I being detained?
Until we're done, yes.
All right, thank you. You need to learn how to speak. You know, you can't just be like, hey, you can't move. No, you need to be, sir, you're officially detained. You can't move.
Number right there.
Thank you.
And the officer's ready.
Yo, Quadro, man, you're a good cop, man.
All right, man.
All right. Yo, let me ask you a question. My trespass is here too?
Yeah, it's gonna be under the same.
It's the same incident number? All right. All right, thank you. Yo, this guy's a good cop, man. You need to be a sergeant. All right, yeah, I've been trespassed already, so I'm out of here, bro. Yo, can you guys escort me to my vehicle, please? Where's your car? It's over here. Thank you, guys. Yo, let me see your face, Borgia. Oh, I just need it for the camera. All right, take it easy, brother. All right, we got Jeremy Holloway. All right, Mr. Holloway, I'll be filing a complaint on you with Parks and Rec Services.
Okay.
All right, guys, this guy needs to be promoted. I'm sick and tired of having bad cops being promoted. We need the good ones. This guy, you need to lose some weight, pal. Lose some weight. I'm sick and tired of paying for fat cops. All right, guys, they're gonna escort me to my vehicle. Thank you, guys. I'm over here. Thank you, guys.
That way you get escorted out of the park.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Let me get a video of that camera real quick. Quadrant. Just make sure you guys stay accountable. All right, guys, this is how a computer system works at Miami-Dade Police Department. All right, thanks, Quadrant.
Look at what's happening here. This guy is simply exercising his right to film in a public park, and now law enforcement and others are trying to push him around. They seem to forget that public property belongs to the public. We have every right to be here. First off, the guy working there needs a serious lesson in the Constitution. He walks up claiming the camera needs to go, like he owns the place. No, sir. This is a taxpayer-funded site, meaning every citizen has the right to observe and record. The First Amendment doesn't stop just because someone feels uncomfortable being filmed. Then we've got Sergeant Ramos and company arriving, attempting to intimidate with their usual "stand here and listen to me" nonsense. Let me tell you something, Ramos. Respect goes both ways. You don't get to bark orders and expect people to fall in line when no crime has been committed. Law enforcement cannot demand identification without reasonable suspicion of a crime. And what's the crime here? Filming in public? When you're in a public space, you have the right to record, especially when it involves public officials or taxpayer-funded activities. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And when the cops show up, they need to understand that they are accountable to us, not the other way around. Let's keep going.
Okay, well, we're also,
for my own protection.
We're also audio and video recording.
Okay, so everybody's on YouTube now.
That's true.
I actually checked you out last time, your channel. So, pretty sweet. Okay,
Do you have like a? Huh?
Can you start?
You already know who I am.
I don't.
He does.
All right, I'll be right back.
Supervisor, please.
Can I just go ahead and get your ID, boss man? I already have the supervisor in row.
I'm gonna wait for the supervisor. I don't have to give you my ID.
I don't think.
I haven't committed a crime.
I'm not saying you have.
Then I don't. Without committing a crime.
You serve getting trespass papers. That's it. It's
Well,
just a paper, and you're gonna be on your way. That's literally all it is.
I'm not gonna be on my way.
Okay.
You cannot trespass a citizen from a public place.
City is part of the city of Sebastian, so yes, we can. We have the authority to do that. Okay.
No, you don't. And when your supervisor gets here, we'll figure that out. You know. I'm gonna stand on my Fifth Amendment right, and not answer any questions without a lawyer present.
Well, like I said, you're not being interrogated for any crime.
Right, because I haven't committed a crime. First,
never said you have.
In order for you to commit a crime that you're committing now, you have to.
What crime do you think
You're stomping all over my rights.
What am I stomping? What rights am I stomping over?
This is a public place. I have the right to be here. I haven't committed a crime, but yet you're going to try to trespass me because of the word of somebody else who told you I've committed a crime.
I don't think you're really understanding what I'm telling you. No one's telling you you've committed a crime. They just want
so I haven't committed a crime, and you're admitting that I have not committed a crime.
You have not committed a crime.
But yet you're going to try to throw me out of a public place.
As city employees working for the city of Sebastian, yes, we have the authority to trespass you. I'm not throwing you out. I'm trying to be cordial with you.
I'm being cordial with you too, sir.
Not really, because I've arrested you for your ID multiple times.
You already know who I am.
I don't remember who you are. I deal with hundreds of people a week. I don't remember who you are.
This is who I am. And you know that. And yet you're coming over here and harassing me.
I'm not harassing you.
You are.
I mean, you can stand up and walk away and this can be done.
No, but you're threatening me with trespassing with a crime.
It's not a threat. I'm not threatening.
It is. You're all threatening me with a crime that I have not committed.
Do you have an ID or anything, or what's your name?
You already know who I am.
I don't.
Well, he does. He does.
Know what his name is?
I don't remember. That's what I'm trying to explain to him now.
Well, you already said that you
that's your YouTube channel.
Right. So you obviously know who you obviously know who I am.
I don't know. I don't want to know who you are.
What's your government name? What can I add you to the paperwork if need be?
My name's Theodore. You can call me Theodore.
I get it. And what's your last name?
It's hard to pronounce.
Okay, you want to spell it?
I'll spell it.
Okay.
How about, you know what? Because I have nothing to hide.
Okay.
I have nothing to hide. It's spelled OTSTOTT. Theodore Ottstadt. That's my name.
Okay. What's your date of birth?
June 25th, 1964.
All right, Theodore. So I did call the supervisor. He is on his way.
Good.
But he basically said, we're asking you to leave. And if you
but you can't do that.
So if you refuse to leave, and we're telling you you are trespassed, he said if you refuse to leave after us telling you that you are trespassed, then you will be arrested for trespassing. So you have to leave. You have to make an attempt to leave the park.
I really don't see how that's legal. Okay. I really don't.
Well, it is, and like I said, we can trespass anybody at this point. But since we have already
No, you can't.
we have trespassed you, and this is after a warning. If you refuse to leave, you'll be arrested for trespassing. Okay? So I'm letting you know. So if you refuse to make an attempt to leave, we will have to arrest you for trespassing. Because we already gave you a warning. We asked you.
Yeah, but you have no legal right to ask me to leave a public place. This is a public park.
Okay, so there was a city worker that wants you.
I don't care what the city. Go talk to the city worker.
Okay, I can't.
Who has a problem with me?
That's not the point. I'm just
No. It is the point. It is the point.
So are you?
It's the
not
exact.
willing to leave?
It's the pinpoint. Actually.
Are you not willing to leave?
It's. You can't do that.
Okay.
I haven't committed a crime. I haven't bothered. I haven't.
How many times do I have to repeat to you that no one's accusing you of a crime? How many times do I have to repeat that? No one's accusing you of a crime. You don't have to answer any questions because I'm not asking you any incriminating questions, okay? So you don't have to answer anything.
Theodore, do you have a middle initial?
C.
Okay, no one's, as part of the city of Sebastian, we can, as city employees, we can trespass you. We can trespass the guy
You can
walking the dog over there for all we want.
You can trespass me from that building or that private property over there. But you can't trespass me from here. This is public property. That's like trying to trespass me from walking down the sidewalk. Can you trespass me from the sidewalk?
If you say so.
Okay, so we're not talking about sidewalk. We're talking about here, Riverview Park, part of the city. We're telling you you're trespassing. This is after a warning. Are you refusing to leave?
But I haven't committed a crime.
Listen, when you receive this paperwork, okay, she's gonna run you. You're gonna receive a copy of the paperwork. The first time I made contact with you, I gave you the verbal warning. Okay, now you're gonna get issued a paper copy, and if you don't leave after you get issued that paper copy, you're gonna be arrested. It's no ifs, ands, and buts. You're gonna get arrested. So it's either
on what charge?
Trespassing.
Trespassing from a public park. You're going to trespass me from public park.
Argue with you.
Right, because you don't know the law.
When you receive the paperwork and you don't leave, you're going to be arrested for trespassing. Okay, that's just how it's going to go. No ifs, ands, and buts. All right. So she's going to fill that paperwork out.
You know, this could take some time.
Oh, it won't take any time.
I'm going to tell you how I'm going to play this.
Okay.
Because I need the money anyway.
Okay, that's fine.
If you arrest me, and I won't resist, all right, then I'm going to hire a really good lawyer. I'm not going to hire, he already works for me.
Okay.
All right? And then I'm going to come down like an anvil, okay, on all the civil rights of mine that you are stomping on right now.
Okay.
Are you willing? You're going to lose your qualified immunity. Okay. You are too. Let me ask you something. Do you have a swimming pool in your backyard?
That's none of your business.
All right, well, because I'm going to enjoy swimming around in it when I own your house from suing you for stomping on my civil rights. I have rights. I have rights.
Okay, so...
This is the United States of America.
Okay, so here's the thing. Sebastian has their own muni code, and it states you cannot sleep in the park.
Did you see me sleeping?
No, a city worker saw you sleeping. This is why we're here.
Did you see me? Does anybody have it on film? Proof.
We don't need that.
Oh, you don't need that. So you can just accuse somebody of something and convict them and arrest them without proof.
Did you finish speaking?
Yep,
That's all I'm saying.
All right, so...
It'll take about a year or so. You know, courts, you know, they're slow.
I'll still be here, Brian.
Can't do this to people. That's why we have the American Constitution, and you swore an oath to uphold that Constitution.
Right.
And right now, you're just stomping all over it. So you're not keeping your oath.
Okay.
So if you're not going to keep your oath to the Constitution, why should I keep mine?
Hey, Theodore, can you just sign this?
No, absolutely not. Okay. I'm not going to answer any questions either, you know, anymore. You know,
All right.
y'all
You're
have
just going on a rant about nonsense, to be honest with you.
Oh, the United States Constitution is nonsense?
Well,
is that what you're saying?
The way that you're kind of putting it is nonsense. Yes.
I'm actually stating the law. I'm actually stating the law.
All right, Theodore. So
and then
giving you this paperwork, I am officially trespassing you from the Riverview Park. Okay?
I still haven't seen your supervisor yet.
He's on his way.
Then we'll wait for the supervisor.
That's not how it's gonna work.
So I'm
you're gonna get served paperwork. It's either you take the time, you meet them down the road, or you're gonna get arrested if you don't pursue these. That's how it's gonna work. Listen. You've already been served paperwork.
Yeah.
Listen,
you're gonna stand up,
you just all started a really good lawsuit here that I'm gonna enjoy upholding my constitutional rights.
You are officially trespassed, so if you want to...
You can't trespass somebody from a public place.
Well, she just did, so...
Well, I just did. You were officially served. You took the paperwork. You have it on video. I have it on video. You refused to sign.
Right.
Nevertheless,
I know.
You still got it, okay? You can get up and try to make an effort to leave the park.
But I don't have to.
Okay, so are you refusing to leave?
It's
a simple yes or no question.
Well, look, it's certainly under duress.
Theodore, right?
Yeah.
You can call me Theodore. That'd be fine.
Are you gonna leave?
Are you gonna arrest me?
If you don't leave after multiple warnings that I've given you, yes. Are you gonna leave? Yes or no? I'm giving you like a bunch of chances to just get up and leave. That's it. Instead of, it's a Friday. We don't want to do that to you on a Friday. But you've already been given multiple verbal warnings. You've already been served the paperwork. You're still not leaving. So at this point, it's gonna be up to you if you want to get arrested.
What about this? What if I really don't have anywhere to go, and I've come here to try to take care of medical problems. See all this? See this on my chest?
Yeah.
And on my shoulder, my back, I have skin cancer really bad, and there's a cancer institute here, okay?
Okay.
So I decided to try to settle in this area to go to this cancer place, you know. I've even talked to people about work, you know. I mean, I could get a job here, you know. I mean, people are saying, yeah, you know, we got work for you.
Okay.
But now the government comes down on me, and you know.
Well, we're here because we got called, not here just to bother you.
Then go talk to the people that called you and ask them for proof that I've committed some kind of a crime, because a crime has not been committed.
Theodore.
No crime has been committed.
Are you gonna go? Yes or no?
At this point, if
are you gonna go?
I'm still waiting for the supervisor.
He will be here, but you can meet him down over there.
Why can't I just sit right here?
Because you're trespassed from this property now.
But you can't trespass me from public property.
Are you gonna go? Yes or no?
I would really like to wait for the supervisor and speak with him or her, whichever the case may be.
Okay.
I believe I'm at least owed that much.
Right. And
I mean, I'm a veteran.
He is on his way, but he was.
I'm a veteran, U.S. Navy. You know, I'm just a human being trying to survive here.
And I get that. Listen, I get that.
Then why are you doing what you're doing?
Because we were called here. We don't just like come here and be like.
I didn't call you.
No, we were called here. Okay, this is why we're here. People call.
When they called, didn't you ask them, hey, what's the guy doing?
I'm not a dispatcher. I don't ask this kind of questions.
All right. Fine, that's fine. I get it. I get it. I've been around for 60 years now, so I kind of get it. Okay. You know what y'all are doing. I get it.
If you got it, you would have got nothing left already. But apparently you don't.
No. I'm standing up. You know what? I'm standing up. I'm standing up for my rights.
Okay.
And if I don't stand up for my rights, I won't have any.
Okay. Well, like I said,
so
you've already been
issued a trespass. To walk to leave the park.
I'm waiting for the supervisor. I'll tell you what. I'll give you this. If the supervisor tells me to get up and leave, I will get up and leave.
He's going to tell you that because you.
Then let me speak with your supervisor, because you two obviously do not know the law. So let's see if your supervisor does. If he doesn't know the law, then I will get up and go.
Okay, if he tells you the same thing that we're telling you.
Yeah, but he may not.
Okay, well, I'm telling you he's going
Has your supervisor talked to whoever?
To whoever who?
Whoever made you come over here and harass me?
No, we don't. Listen, we just get called. We don't go back talking to the people that
So
called
you don't think for yourself at all?
Diego,
we do.
are you gonna stand up and leave? It's not what
I'm
you
waiting.
want.
I'm waiting. I'm
It's
waiting.
not what
I'm,
you want. It's not what you want.
I'm waiting
So
for the
you're gonna leave.
supervisor. If the I'll give you this. When the supervisor gets here, and if he tells me I have to leave, then I'll go. But I'm standing up for my rights. I have the right to sit here.
What does it make between us and the supervisor? What's the difference?
Because you don't know the law, obviously.
Obviously, I do.
And maybe your supervisor does, but maybe he doesn't either. If your supervisor tells me to get up and go, or I'll go to jail, then I'll go. Otherwise, I'm standing up for my rights because I have them, and I'm going to stand up for them. That's what America's about,
Yeah. So
That's why I started a YouTube channel.
So if my supervisor says the same thing that we did, and then you listen to him, so obviously we do know the law. You just wanted friction. That makes sense. Yeah.
No, I don't want to be harassed. That's what I want.
We've been nothing but nice.
I've been nice to you too.
Yeah, exactly. But again, we're just asking you. We're literally asking you. Make an attempt to get up and walk away, and then that way we don't have to arrest you for trespassing.
Get up and leave.
Because
I was just sitting here minding my own business when you walked up on me and harassed me.
Because we've already.
And eventually, I here in a little bit, I would have been going and trying to get on my life. And now you got me. And now you. And now you have me pinned down to this.
Okay.
Now you have me pinned down to this table.
We're asking you.
You decided to sit down.
No, you decided to come up to me. I wasn't bothering anybody. I was here all alone, all by myself, and I don't care what some crazy Karen city employees gets phone happy.
Huh? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Can we at least lock the bike
No.
So you're going to totally ruin...
You ruined it. We didn't ruin it.
Yeah, you ruined it. Can we please at least lock the bicycle up so I don't lose everything?
That was your choice.
He asked you many times to walk away.
I asked you for a supervisor, and you didn't get it.
This is another outrageous example of law enforcement overstepping their authority, all because someone dared to exercise their rights in a public space. It's clear here, the officers had no real reason to harass this guy. He was in a public park, minding his own business, and suddenly they're trying to trespass him from public property. How does that even make sense? Let's be very clear, public parks are public. You can't just tell someone to leave because you don't like what they're doing, especially when it's protected by the Constitution. And they kept saying, we can trespass you from here. No, you can't. You don't get to eject citizens from public property without a valid reason, especially not for filming or refusing to give ID. These officers don't seem to understand that standing your ground and refusing unjust demands is not a crime. You have every right to say no when a cop asks for your ID without probable cause or reasonable suspicion. If you're ever in this situation, remember, you don't have to give your name if you haven't committed a crime. You have the right to stay on public property, and you don't need to answer questions that aren't legally required. Let's keep going.
Well, here on Cop Wars, baby. Yo, there go the backup over there. Look at this. They got the backup on scene. Look at this officer. Woo!
Hey guys, do me a favor, just don't sit on the sidewalk. It's called obstruction of the sidewalk. You can sit over here though if you like.
Nah, it's hot, ma'am. I don't like to sit over there. He told me to back up already, ma'am.
I understand that.
What is your name and badge number?
You can't obstruct the sidewalk.
What is your name and badge number, ma'am?
Sergeant Kasperk, I'm not giving you my badge
Okay.
number. Just slide over here.
No, what's your badge number, ma'am? What
Can
you
you
mean?
read my shirt?
Okay, but I don't have your badge number.
Great. You're not under criminal investigation.
I am under criminal investigation. He told me to back up. I backed up at a safe distance.
It's not a criminal investigation.
But he wanted me to back up at a safe distance,
listen to
ma'am.
me.
If I sit over here, I'm not gonna be at a safe distance. He's gonna tell me to back
I'm
up.
telling you, you can sit right there. Sit right there. Just relax.
Oh, they got three. Now they got three cops over here.
Hey, boss, do you have your ID with you so I can write your warning for the ordinance violation for obstructing the sidewalk?
I wasn't obstructing the sidewalk.
Yeah, you were, and then you were arguing with me about it. I just need your...
He told me to stand over there, ma'am.
Stand, not sit.
Ma'am, I'm hot. I'm sweating. What do you want me to do?
I need your identification so I can write you. It's just a warning. It just goes in the system that you and I had this discussion.
For what reason?
I just told you. We have an ordinance where you cannot obstruct a sidewalk.
Oh, okay. The sidewalk is huge, man. Look how big the sidewalk is. Hold on. Let me do a walk. Let me do a walk real quick. Hold on. Let me do the walk.
Hey,
whoa.
come over here.
I'm just doing a walk to measure how much it is.
Now. This is exactly what you want. Is you want to pick fights with the cops.
Ma'am, I don't have my ID with me, ma'am. I'm sorry.
How about your name? Let's go with that. I gotta write this up.
I'm good as citizen. What do you need my name for again?
Good citizen.
You're saying you're writing me an ordinance for what?
You asked me my name. Did I give you my name? Sure did.
You haven't given me your badge number though.
67.
And he hasn't given me your badge number.
6712. He doesn't have to. You're not under a criminal investigation with him. You're under an enforcement.
Ma'am, you guys are on duty, right?
Listen to me. You are under an enforcement regulatory investigation with me, which requires you by state law to give me your name and date of birth or your identification.
I don't have my identification.
Your card with you, that's fine. So
I'm
your
sorry,
name
ma'am.
and
I don't have
birthday would be sufficient. Your first name, sir?
To write me a warning for sitting on the sidewalk?
Correct. It's called an ordinance warning. Unless you'd like to.
What if I was about to pass out?
Listen to me.
What was I about to pass out, ma'am?
Listen,
you didn't even ask me a question.
Do you want me to answer you?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk. I'm listening. Go ahead. Talk. Go ahead. Talk.
I just advise you, it's an ordinance to be able to obstruct a sidewalk with you choosing to sit in it with your speaker device, okay? I can choose to either write you that ticket or give you the warning. Either way, I have to document you and I had this conversation. I'm choosing to give you the warning.
Thank you, ma'am.
I need your name and I need to verify who you are so that I can complete.
Just write it as good citizen, ma'am.
But that's not who you are.
I am a good citizen. What are you talking about?
To identify, is that your friend back there? You're failing to identify
I don't have
yourself.
any friends on this beach, man. What do you mean? Well, all these are all my family.
Come here.
These are all my family,
He needs your help.
Yo, where's the watch commander at? Just get the watch commander.
There isn't one. I'm in.
There's no watch commander? Oh my God.
I'm a sergeant.
No, there's the watch commander though. The lieutenant. Where's the lieutenant at?
There isn't a lieutenant.
I know you have a lieutenant.
Yeah, I'm sure that there is.
I know you have a lieutenant on your force.
Okay, you're dealing with me.
I get it.
Okay.
And I respect that, ma'am.
Okay, so if you respected it enough, I respected you enough, and I gave you the information.
But I was hot and I was about to pass out, ma'am. I'm sweating bullets out here.
You were looking for.
And when I came over here, this is actually my neighbor. He's staying at the Hyatt Row Hotel. We're both staying at the Hyatt.
You know him?
He's staying in the room next to me at the Hyatt Regency. That's the reason why I'm like, why is this cop coming up to me? Yes, I've seen him in the hotel.
So you're staying at the Hyatt? You're not free to leave.
Ma'am. Oh, I'm detained?
Yeah.
For what probable cause, ma'am?
I told you.
For what cause?
Violation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're gonna revisit this. I need your name, I need your birthday. So that
We're staying at the Hyatt Regency. Why is he being detained right now?
Why are you walking circles around me right now? I'm conducting an investigation. You want to go about your business. The fastest way we do that, you give me who you are.
I'm just very nervous right now, ma'am. You see me in the sit down, relax position. You're an officer that has a taser and a gun, and you're about to arrest my neighbor.
Okay, I'm not worried about him right now. I'm here dealing with you.
But why is he harassing him though?
That's not.
I'm trying to get my neighbor that's staying at. Do you want to know what room he's staying in?
That is none of your concern right now. Your concern should be.
What are you talking about?
Your concern should be dealing with me, and let's be done with our issue.
He is my concern.
Great.
Because we came up to the beach at the same time.
And you know what? He'll probably leave here a whole lot faster than you're going to because of this debate that you want to keep having.
I'm not
going
debating.
Back and forth. Your first name and your last name, sir.
Oh, you want me to call somebody for you, aunt? Oh, okay, he good. You don't want me to call somebody. What do you mean?
Need your first and last name, please.
For what position? I don't have my ID on me, man. What am I supposed to say? I came out to the beach. You want to walk back to the Hyatt Regency with me? Let's go to my room and I'll go get my ID.
And you're pointing the wrong way. The Hyatt isn't even that way. I don't even.
I know.
where you are.
I drove here, ma'am.
Super.
I'm sorry. My friend drove here, so I didn't know.
So you're not staying at the Hyatt Regency?
I am staying at the Hyatt Regency.
Great. Your first and last name and your birthday, please.
Ma'am, I don't understand.
This is super simple.
So you can look me up in your database to check if I have warrants?
No.
This is racial profiling. You know that, right?
You the ordinance violation. It has nothing to do with.
You're gonna write me an ordinance for sitting down on the ground?
I'm gonna ask you one more time, and then it's gonna be obstruction. Do you know what that is? You're willfully choosing not to disclose who you are underneath an investigation conducted by a law enforcement officer. I am that. I explained that to you already. I'm Sergeant Kasperick with the Clearwater Police. I advised you why you're not free to leave.
Okay.
I also advised you if you cooperate, I can just write you this warning. You go about your way. Now you know the rules. I go about my way and why he called me here.
Man, you act like I was protesting. I'm sitting here. Look how big this sidewalk is. Come on, man.
You're putting those words on your camera. I didn't. You did that.
Look.
First and last and your date of birth.
I don't have, ma'am. I'm a good citizen. I'm asking you for a watch commander right now.
You're not going to get it right now.
I can't get the watch commander?
No. You don't want to be cooperative?
I'll give you my information as soon as I get the watch commander. Once I get the watch commander gets here, then we'll talk.
Here's the problem.
We can have a whole conversation once the watch commander gets here.
Hi, did you want to come help your friend?
I told you I don't know. I told you I don't have this is my neighbor right here.
Here's the thing.
He knows my information more than anybody.
We're going to back this up 2 more times.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Okay. Apparently, this officer talked to you yesterday in the presence of your friend yesterday. So I know that the two of you are together.
Oh, snap.
Here's the second part. Again, I'm going to give you one more warning. You are to give me your information because I'm conducting an investigation as a law enforcement
for
officer.
what?
You failing to do that is called obstruction. You can go to jail for that. Do you understand?
Ma'am, I'm trying to figure out
It's either yes or no. Do you understand?
You're obstructing me for justice for what? For what have I committed? What ordinance have I... That's an ordinance. That's a city ordinance.
Correct.
Okay.
And I still have to complete
What law have I broken where you have to run my name? I already know you're going to run my name for warrants, ma'am. Ma'am, you're just doing... This is the warrant.
Okay, stand up. Come here. Stand up.
You're arresting me now? Because I won't give my name?
Yeah. It's called obstruction. Here, I don't want
No. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Put your
Don't
hands
touch
behind
it.
your back.
Since you're arresting me. Ma'am, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. Why are you breaking my... Why are you doing that?
Nothing. I'm getting it out of the way so it doesn't get broken.
Fine. Ma'am, can you get my camera, please?
No.
Ma'am.
Hold on. Can I ask you a quick question? Do you know him? Okay, great.
Relax, man. Ma'am, why are you doing this, ma'am? Why are you doing this? Why are you grabbing my camera, ma'am?